welcome, Devil Sniper here. This is episode number 30, season number 6, with our career mode with West Ham United. Oh yes, and as you know, we're in quite a good position at this moment in time. We won our first game in the Champions Cup, in the World Championship, I should say, Champions Cup. We won that with West Ham, and obviously we got battered, really battered by Chile, 4-2. That was a harsh lesson. But in the background, we are reading league objective emails. As you know, I'm away with England because I'm the England manager, so everything is being conducted by email. So the board have contacted me. The McVitie's board basically said, we want to win the league title. We didn't win it last season, which was really disappointing. You know, we had won it the 2 previous seasons to last season, but we couldn't win it for a third time, which would have been lovely. We have been gifted a transfer budget of £53 million with a wage budget of £250,000, which I think is absolutely fantastic. We did have a nice little kitty from last winter, which we didn't use, and obviously we've done so well. We picked up 11 million quid for the Champions Cup, or was that for the Premier League? I think that's for the Premier League. We picked up 11 million quid. We picked up 6 million quid for the Champions Cup. So it's really nice to have lots of money given to us, and I think it's, you know, it's a testament to McVitie's that they are investing back into the club, giving us £53 million. As you can see, they do want us to retain the Champions Cup. Really, really would love to do that. Do I think that's possible? Depends if we can get the depth in. We need a lot more depth within our team, within our squad, to be able to challenge on all 4 fronts, which we learnt a harsh lesson last season. I set the targets high. I wanted to win the league, the Capital One, the FA Cup, and the Champions Cup. I wanted to win the quad, and we fell very, 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 way short, actually. Yeah, just way short. We just won the Champions Cup, and we failed in the other 3. So it's going to be a difficult season. We do need a little bit more depth. If we can get some good depth, I think we will do very, very well and hopefully challenge on all fronts, which is, at the end of the day, the main factor, challenging on all fronts. The final group game was against Russia. There was no one in the group to actually challenge us, so I knew as long as we picked up a win, nothing worse than not picking up the win. We did. It was a risk. It paid off cleverly with 2 very important goals. 73rd minute, the actual winner for us to give us a 2-1 victory. Puts us through to the next round of the competition along with Chile. As you can see, Mark Friend is going to be leaving the club if he can sort out personal terms with Derby County. We accepted a £1.2 million offer. There's the confirmation that we have made it out of Group A, which is fantastic. A group that was a little bit harder than I actually expected. Stuart Perk has signed for the club. A very exciting player. Looking forward to seeing how this lad does. He is, he's got some ridiculous statistics. Potentially, obviously, potential isn't always a good thing. So, Barcelona came in for Jack Butland. They offered us £28.5 million. His actual value is £27 million. So I find that quite an insulting offer. And if I was to let him go, I would want nearer £70 million. But I'm not going to put in a counter offer because I don't want to actually have Barcelona come back and say, yes, we'll give you 70 million quid for him, because I don't want to lose him. There's the confirmation. Mark Friend has actually left for Derby County. We will receive £1 million towards our transfer budget, which gives us 54 million quid. I'm chuffed with that. So, Chile are out of the competition. They lost to Uruguay 2-1. France beat Argentina 2-1. Spain beat the USA 3-0. Netherlands beat South Africa 3-1. We face Germany. Switzerland play Colombia. Italy play Northern Ireland, I think that's Northern Ireland, and Brazil play the Korean Republic. So, if we can get past Germany, hopefully get past Switzerland or Colombia, we could play Italy or Brazil in the semi-finals. But that's getting way ahead of ourselves. Looking at the Germans, they beat Turkey 2-0, Uruguay 2-1, and Mexico 2-1. So they're in pretty good form compared to ourselves. We won 2-1, lost 4-2, and won 2-1. So we're not in the greatest run of form at this moment in time. But this is a big game. As you know, the German manager is also the Bayern Munich manager, which is my dear friend Boomsteiger. So it'll be nice to stick one up him yet again and defeat the Germans, which would be really, really nice. But as you can see, from the start, the Germans meant business. They were all over us. Great shot there by Goetze. Thank God Butland was on form. And again, great play by the Germans, really coming forward and attacking. The ball's with Marco Reus, and Jack Butland pulls off a fantastic save to prove and provide evidence that he is still the world's #1, let alone England and West Ham United's #1. But commentators touch as Bastuba comes in on the 14th minute from the resulting save from Butland. The corner came in, Bastuba headed the ball home to give the Germans a deserved and early 1-0 lead. But that only done the opposite for us. It fired us into action. Great play from Wilshere into Oxlade-Chamberlain, into Tom Cleverley, who is in blistering form, and he's done what he's done all tournament long. Scored again. That is his 5th goal in the tournament. Yes, his 5th goal in the tournament. He's played 3.5 games. Well, nearly 3.5 games. It's coming up to half time, so 3.5 games, and he's netted 5 times, which is sensational. Great save by Butland again, and then the moment the Germans will rue for a long time. That was a gift of an opportunity. They could have gone in at half-time leading 2-1, but they passed up that free header unmarked inside the 6-yard box. Looking at statistics, the game is well and truly even. Percentage-wise, the Germans just edge it. They also just edge it on shots and shots on target. We edged past accuracy, which is an important factor. We just got to do a little bit more with the actual possession instead of being a little bit inept. I mean, we need to be having more shots. 4 shots, 2 on target is just not acceptable. But as you can see, we start off the second half very brightly, and the way we want to continue is keeping the possession, keeping the ball, reeling them back in, the ball into Welbeck. The ball is just played beautifully through to Morrison, and I have no idea what the German defence was doing. Slight defensive cock-up. The defender went to clear it, and he sort of muddled his feet up, and he just flicked it up for Morrison. Neuer was doing absolutely nothing, and I don't understand why Neuer didn't come, but hey-ho, what can you do? Oxlade-Chamberlain breaks through, great turn, fires the shot off, and a great save on this occasion by Neuer. But the ball was Sturridge, played into Welbeck. Welbeck pushing forward there, and Bastuba is all over him, pulling him back. And the referee, rightly so, awards a penalty kick for that disgraceful manhandling by Bastuba. I can only presume that the German management are to blame for teaching their players to do such disgusting things as that. I mean, it's just no need for that in football. Really, really no need. He doesn't have the pace to live with Welbeck. And Welbeck himself stepped up. Could he fire the ball home? Of course he could. So that after 60 minutes, Germany won. England 3. Germany won. England 3, which is a sensational score. Gibbs pushing forward, knocks the ball back to Wilshere. Wilshere into Cleverley. Cleverley with a shot. Oxlade gets in the way. Great save by Neuer. And then the moment of madness from Neuer. He pushed the ball to Oxlade-Chamberlain to gift him and England with the 4th goal after 75 minutes. I just do not know what was going through Neuer's head. That has to be the worst goalkeeping error I think I have seen in 6 seasons. I do not understand why he done it. On the close-up replay, he just punches it away from his defender's legs. Punches it away, straight to Oxlade-Chamberlain. I have no idea what's going on through his head. I really don't. Only he can tell you. Kolka, slight cock up there, trying to find Walker. But what a finish from the German. I'm not sure what Yeltsin is, or Yesen is a German name. But, you know, we do know they have a few Poles in their team. They're not really fair players, are they? But look at Daniel Sturridge. Pulls the trigger onto the post. Could have been 5-2. Unfortunately, it wasn't 5-2. But I'm very happy. And I will settle with Germany 2, England 4. And we now move into the quarter-finals of the competition, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And I am so chuffed to be moving into the quarter-finals. Poor Draxler looking a little bit down and out. Who made it through? Well, we're going to be playing Switzerland. They beat Colombia 2-1, so we will have a game against Switzerland. Not sure who will make it through from the Italy, Northern Ireland and Brazil Korean Republic game. I do have a feeling that it will be Brazil and Italy, but who knows? It'll be interesting to see. Scout-wise, yes, I've gone with some subscriber homes. We've sent one to Norway, one to Portugal, and I thought I'd be a little bit cheeky and see if we could find perhaps a new Lukaku or an Eden Hazard would be quite nice. A couple of decent players, or a Fellaini or a Witsel would be quite nice. So hopefully, sending a scout to Belgium, I was going to say Brazil, to Belgium will do us a world of good. But hopefully there's going to be some talismanic players coming out of Norway, and if they are, we want to pick them up because that's the way we roll. So we have a tough game ahead. We play Switzerland. Now, Switzerland have made it to the quarterfinals, so they're not a shabby side. The question is, will we have the balls, will we have the composure, and will we have the depth to be able to continue in this competition? Because we're playing a lot of games in a short period of time. It's taken its toll on the players, but I've stuck with the same team, and rightly so, as Welbeck fires us into a 1-0 lead after 17 minutes. Absolutely fantastic piece of play by Welbeck, really coming to fruition. Oxlade-Chamberlain with a fantastic ball into Welbeck. Welbeck turns. He feeds the ball into Oxlade-Chamberlain, who has really impressed me. He pulls the ball back, cleverly knocks the ball home after 43 minutes to give us a 2-0 lead. And my God, that is his 6th goal. His 6th goal in this competition. By the time this game finishes, he would have scored 6 goals in 5 games, unless he scores another one. Hopefully he does. I would love to see him score another one. But he's playing sensationally, absolutely playing sensationally. But I have to say, Oxlade-Chamberlain at this moment in time is probably my personal player of the tournament. He's just so much fun to play with on that left-hand side. Cuts in onto his right foot. He really is a fantastic player. And I am seriously considering putting an offer in to Arsenal for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Be interested to know your thoughts. He is an English player, which is something we want to bring back to the club. And slack defending, as you can see there. I'm not going to take it away from Switzerland. What a fantastic cross. What a fantastic cross. And a very good header. As you can see, we've gone to the final moments of the game. Would we be able to hold on? Would Switzerland get a dramatic equaliser? Who knows? The answer is, of course, no. No, of course not. Come on. We have made it into the semi-finals of the World Championships. We beat Switzerland 2-1. Goals from Welbeck and a goal from Cleverly. A fantastic goal from Welbeck and Cleverly, I must say. Great football. And that is where we're going to leave it. Well, no, of course not. We're going to do some transfer business because that's what it's all about. Yes, we have received a transfer offer. Question is, who for? Luke Shaw. So my mind is semi-made up. I want to keep him, and at the same time I don't, because he's injury prone. So I'm going to accept the £8 million offer from Bordeaux, and hopefully he will agree personal terms and we'll be £8 million richer. And unfortunately, no, he doesn't agree personal terms. So in some ways, I'm happy with that, because he's an English left back. He's a good player. He's a solid player. But it's just frustrating the amount of injuries he's picked up in 6 seasons. I am going to counter-offer at Southampton for Martin Miguel. Unfortunately, Miguel, we've farmed him out on loan. I don't think he's going to be able to break into the team because we've got Rocker, and Rocker is absolutely sensational. Even though, from a potential point of view, Miguel will go a lot higher by about 3 ratings, I believe, 3 or 4 ratings. But Southampton came back and said 9 million quid, which is his market value. And to be honest with you, 9 million quid is 9 million quid. Now, Bayern Munich, a Boomsteiger comes in for Destro. Now, to be fair, I think Destro's a fantastic player. He's 27 years old. He's at the peak of his powers. So I feel a counter-offer of £40 million is absolutely spot on and fair. Question is, will Bayern Munich, will Boomsteiger come back and accept it? Who knows? But we will be in the semi-finals against... Ah, damn it, it's on the screen. You can see it's against Italy. So you know we will be playing Italy in the next episode, which will be live.
So it's more like